He didn't.
He did.
That's rude.
Do you know what she said?
Oh, God.
She said, well, he immediately struck me as being very kind, which is what I was looking for at the time.
Oh, nice.
Something quite funny happened to me this week, actually. So there's a feature in the Sunday Times called Relative Values,
Yes.
which has been going for years and years. So if you don't read the Sunday Times, they will talk to maybe two brothers or mother and daughter or a couple, and it's about the sort of the things that are dear to them in their relationship. Okay, so the Times asked if Izzy and I would do it. So we're like, yeah, cool. And the part of it is that the interviews are conducted separately.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So they did me first, and then obviously Izzy after me, and then there's a little photo shoot. But they did me first. So the journalist, obviously it's the same journalist, when he was asking me questions about Izzy, he was asking me about how we first met and what my first impressions of her were. And obviously now we've had two children, been together sort of 14 years. When I was talking about Izzy, I was gushing, right? I said, obviously, she's an incredible mother to the two kids. We still laugh all the time. I said, but when I first met her, oh my God, she was clearly such fun and she was so pretty. And I was just immediately, it was love at first sight. When he interviewed Izzy, she talked about what I'm like now for a few minutes and then what I was like then. And he paused and he said, I'm sorry, I have to ask, was there any sexual attraction?
He didn't.
He did.
That's rude.
Do you know what she said?
Oh, God.
She said, well, he immediately struck me as being very kind, which is what I was looking for at the time.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's such a shame.
He struck me as being very kind, which is what I was after at the time.
Well, there's a lot of people say that the best way to get a lady into the bedroom is to laugh her into bed. Is that what
I
you
hadn't even
did?
done that. I was just
was
kind when
kind.
she was at a low ebb.
It's quite bleak.
I've been kind all my life. It had never worked before.
Do you know what? We laugh, but it's not a bad starting point to be a kind, decent person to be attractive.
No,
I don't
sir.
think there's anything wrong with that at all.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I just wish she'd said, "Oh, he was such a hunk."
Yeah,
People don't go
such a
around
bad boy.
People
was
don't go around
dishy.
saying, "Oh, do you know what? There's a bit too much kindness in the world."
Yeah, I wish she'd said, "I thought he was that disher," because that's what Hannah would say about you, wouldn't she? Thought he was that disher.
Oh yeah, I was such a bad boy when I was younger, and that's what she fell for.
Yeah,
in my Rover 200 with my 6x9s on the back shelf. She thought he's the guy
Your
for
your
me.
Man City away top. Yeah, he's a bad boy. Anyway, what about you, John?
Well, I have been on 2 holidays. I went to Scotland and climbed various glens. What are they called?
Hills.
Bens, and there's another name for them.
See, we don't have computers in front of us anymore.
Yeah, I
He
need,
would
I
be
need something to be
Googling
able
as
to
he
Google,
spoke
Dave.
at the moment, if we were back in the old studio. Not that I'm having a go, Dave. You've worked
No,
very
just
hard
get
at
your
it.
phone out. Well, you can use your
That's
phone.
cool. Modern people have phones.
Yeah, of course they do. What?
I scaled various bens, glens, and I think cols.
Okay.
They're called cols, Dave.
How did that go?
Well, 2 of them, I got scared just before the peak and turned back. So
How close to the peak?
in one case, about 20 yards.
20
but it was
yards.
very, very windy.
But how are you winning by not doing that last 20? So 20 yards. It's not going to get windy, is it, over 20 yards?
I really, for most of the time, my fear of heights is theoretical.
Yeah.
But I was able to put it into quite stark practice, and it was horrible. I sort of couldn't quite get my balance,
but you've
even
got-
standing up.
You're 20 yards from the summit.
Yeah, but that's what fear does to you.
Never felt it.
I managed to descale the bens, cols, and glens.
Hey, I can confirm it is Coles. I've just
Yeah.
googled that.
That was great. Stayed in an eco cabin, and it changed my approach to recycling.
Did it?
Actually, I'm now going to start recycling my food waste in a bit if I can be asked.
Good.